Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Here, Sunday, amazing day to be alive. This is going to be a quick energy reading on the Sonia Massey case. She was unalived by a police officer who I'm sure many of us have already seen it. So we're not going to go through a lot of the backstory. You can look it up if you need to. But this is just a general energy reading for me to just kind of see what the tarot cards would reveal to me. By the way, this is for my and your entertainment purposes only. If you'd like to donate to my channel, please do. It helps me stay alive, if you will. It's a great source of income for me, being that I'm in my retirement. Long story short of it is, I, like everybody else, is very upset about what happened here with Sonia Massey. A lot of us are fearful about even dialing 911. The Second Amendment rights are intact, so protect yourselves. I'd also like to say, rest in power, rest in peace, return in power to Sonia Massey. My condolences to her son, her family, her mom, her dad. I just hope that we can seek some justice in this case. This is what this reading is about. Will this person, Sean Grayson, will he stay in jail? Will he spend the rest of his life in jail for premeditated unaliving of Sonia Massey? There's no doubt that they've had connections in the past. There's just no way this is a random act, okay, if you will. You know, according to the energy that's coming across. But we're going to do this energy reading live here, right now, and try to get some answers, at least in a spiritual way. Yes, it began with, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Who knew how powerful that phrase really is? Okay. Now, before I get started, I'm going to put my little disclaimer out, as always, and I appreciate all those for coming in. Again, if you'd like to donate, it's King Cooley 125. King Cooley 125 on Cash App. If not, I get it. But if you could just hit that like button, you know, that helps me out more than you know. Leave a comment. Whether you agree or disagree, you have that right. It's the First Amendment right to freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom to assemble in a peaceful manner. All that said, we're going to get into this reading about Sean Grayson. I mean, my energy's already, the hairs on my arms are standing up. I'm also interested in what these cards will reveal to me today. But before we get started, here's my disclaimers. And if you like a private reading from me, hit me in the comment section. Let me know. Let's go. Yeah. For that private reading. Private readings are by donations only. Hit the Cash App. Send me a comment, a message, an email. Get in touch with me. IG, Facebook, YouTube. King Cooley on everything. Hit the Cash App. Let me get a private reading for you today. Shout out to you and yours and all those that always represent King Cooley. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube video today. King Cooley, nothing but love. And I'm out. Peace. Peace. May we continue. Grand Rising, I want to first begin by saying rest in peace to Sonia Massey. My condolences to her family. I'm going to do an energy reading on Sean Grayson. Was this intentional? Was it murder? Will he be convicted? What about his girlfriend, her father, and the grandmother and the family?
There's been a lot of buzz over the internet about this. Was he justified? And this, that, and the other. Now, I'm not going to bring in my personal opinions because that's just going to get me all upset any old way. But what I'm going to do is do a spiritual energy reading on it just to see what the cards have to say. Just to see what the cards are going to reveal to us about Sean Grayson. Let's go. Countdown.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Thank y'all for those that always support me. It means a lot to me. And we're going to continue on. We're just going to do a quick live energy reading today. It's a new moon in Leo. And there's going to be a lot of cleaning up to do with Venus ingressing into Virgo and Mercury retrograding in Virgo. This is about paying attention to the details, being analytical in a healthy way. So before we get started, I'd like to say thank you to all those who support me each and every day on Cash App, with the likes, with the comments, with the subscriptions. I can't do that alone without you. So without you, I can't be me. Thank you. All right, so we're about to get it started. Come on in for this live energy reading today. Grand Rising is Sunday. Grand Rising is King Cooley. We in the building on this new moon in Leo Sunday morning. So first, of course, we have the Empress card. You know, very spiritual, honored, not in need of anything or anyone. I do get a lot of spiritual power, energy, a good heart. I'm going to say this card is expressing Sonia Massey's energy to me. Yes, she may have had some what we call mental issues. This is another long story, but look up the word insane. First, look up what sane is, or sanity, and then tell me what insane is. And that's what this is. Outside of the norm. Those who are outside of the status quo. And that's how I feel that this woman, this beautiful Empress, Sonia Massey is and was. She was protected. She is protected. Okay. Angelic being. There was some hidden energy here that I can see that's going to reveal itself through this Empress card. It also represents her mom. So my condolences go out to her mother. It also represents her as a mom. So my condolence again goes out to her son. But this is what I'm getting. The Ten of Wands. So it was a heavy burden to carry. Sonia Massey may have been going through a lot of things that was too heavy to pick up on, too could no longer bear the weight, could no longer bear the energy. So some things in her spirit, her energy, her emotions may have been a little bit off that day. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is about money due, money's owed, possible some kind of energy where Sonia Massey was tired of something or someone or some energy, or maybe this hospital. We're not sure what happened at this mental hospital because she had a bracelet on. So she went to some kind of treatment center where allegedly this man, if you will, for lack of better terms, um, his girlfriend worked at the same hospital. There was energy of her being seen the day before. Her mother initially, from my understanding, made the phone call the day before to check on her daughter. But she was tired. Okay. Not the mother, but Sonia Massey. So a financial situation is very important because I think somebody owed her something. She was due something, and people was trying to take it from her. I feel like there was some monies, some kind of financial energy that had to do with this. Maybe she was going to sue the hospital. Maybe she said she would sue, or she may have mentioned something like that. And so they had to come around and see what she was about. The Fool card. The Fool represents the soul. Okay. The soul going through its journey in this life. So she may have been tired physically, but she was gaining a new spirit, a soul, going into a new journey. So her soul travels on. So this energy is saying that even though we lost Sonia Massey physically, spiritually her soul is with us. And it's on a new journey. Looking back at the world, like it's been great, but I have to other work to do. When she said rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and that demon came out of this man and did what he did, she knew she was on her way to her maker. She knew. She got special intuition. Okay. Here with the Ace of Swords, this is about how powerful her words are. Swords are words. SWORD is the same as if you take the S and put it on the back of WORDS. Okay, so swords and words are very connected. So it was something that she said, whether it was the day before, earlier that day, something she said to her mom, maybe her children, which triggered these events. This also represents a word coming down from Sean, like to try to take her power away. The only power or the only weapon Sonia Massey had was her sharp tongue. The Four of Wands. So there was some kind of proposal, some kind of proposed energy. Someone offered something to Grayson, and it had to do with money. It had to do with work, whether it was his work, the work of the police department itself, and the way they do things there in Illinois and everywhere else, or this was the work of his woman, his girlfriend. Someone was worried that they were going to lose finances, lose their job, which we know now that he's lost many jobs in the last 4 years, but keeps getting rehired at the police department. So I'm going to have to say that this does make a big connection to law enforcement itself. The Queen of Swords is about speaking up, speaking the truth. So right now, we're not getting the complete truth. There is some lies, covered upon lies, covered upon more lies. And we just have to sit and wait. Be patient. Things are going to be slow. Um, things may not happen as quick as we may like them to happen for this officer, ex-officer. Six of Swords, a lot of swords, a lot of swords in this reading. So Sonia Massey had a very powerful voice, and they wanted to shut her voice down. This woman in the boat with these swords behind her, standing on her words. But yet, these swords can poke holes in the boat itself, so the boat will eventually sink. It's a matter of time. So when she said that there was an intruder and she made those phone calls, these could represent all the phone calls made. This so-called officer was already there waiting. She was being watched, stalked. The Queen of Cups. She was loved by her family and many others. This is about offering love. When she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, she was actually helping to extract a demon out of this man. She knew at the door when the way they were banging, the way they were speaking to her, when they came in the house, she knew she was dealing with some demons and her spiritual energy. But all she could do is show her love. She joked around with them. It was all in good fun. And sometimes because of different culture shocks and different nationalities and race or whatever you may have, they didn't understand that if it was me or someone else, we understood. Rebuke you in the name of Jesus. It was all said in fun, in games at first, but it's how the person took it is what changed the course. Ace of Swords. Again, swords, words. She stood up for herself. She spoke up and she stood on it. She didn't change her mind. What people did not get or understand about her, who wasn't related to her, who didn't know her, is that she had a mind that spoke how she thought. She spoke her true thoughts. She tried to speak love to this individual, speak about caring. Here we have the strength card. So this officer could see the strength, could see how strong this small stature of a woman was. He's big, he's powerful, he's armed to the teeth, but yet he was afraid of Sonia Massey, afraid of her strength, afraid of her courage. I believe something was said. We should go back to the hospital footage. We need audio body cam footage for those officers who came to visit her at the hospital, as her son had said. So, what about the case itself? The Eight of Cups in the reverse. So, yes, it's going to be very emotional. People are going to cry and scream out, but they're going to make this about feelings and they're going to pull on people's emotions. But the court doesn't deal in emotions, the court deals in facts. More cups, but in the reverse. So this is about the rest of the department, the police, the energy of the flow is going to let him go and he's going to stand alone. So they try to humanize him when the grandmother wrote the letter, the grandmother in law, about how she cares about him and how great a person and he's going to be my grandson in law and blah, blah, blah. To try to show there is love for this person as well from his family and friends. So it's going to be an emotional case. Okay. The balance card is here. Libra energy, the justice card. Balance, even, unbiased. So I believe there will be an unbiased judge presiding over his case. And the only way that it can work, it has to be some balance. Here, again, the strength card. A lot of strength, the chariot energy, changing, moving. Things will change. Once we get past the emotional bond or part of this, we're going to be able to look at the facts. We're going to be able to see the strength of Sonia Massey. We're going to also see that things were changing in her life. Something was about to change for her. And the Fool card again, her soul. She had a great soul, and this demon probably didn't have a soul at all. But the Fool card said that there's something new or something's going to change in the course of this case, possibly a mistrial. Who's going to come to his rescue? But at the end of the day, it's a Tower moment. So will he spend the rest of his life in jail? It's very possible. This is his new way of life. This is his new life because of his actions, of the choices you make. The Fool card is a zero card. As you can see, the zero. It's what goes around comes around like a wheel. And now he's trapped like a hamster in this wheel. The Seven of Cups represents how many options or how many different emotional ties or things that may come up in this court case that's going to make the jurors very sad. The jurors might be emotional about this case and they're going to rule possibly with their emotions. There's a dark energy on this energy, stagnant, blocking your blessings. This cop had many options that he could have chosen, but yet he chose the dark side. He chose to do the unthinkable, and it's going to cost him his life in prison. I appreciate y'all for coming in today. Let's get justice for Sonia Massey. King Cooley. I'm out.